I am muted. You are completely correct. Oh, that is embarrassing. Well, let's run it back then, shall we? Yo, 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 what is good? My Quick Crypto family and my Coin Factory family. That is so embarrassing. Well, back again with another daily Casper and crypto live stream. And for the first time in what feels like a very long time, we do have some good news to talk about with Casper in regards to price action. Of course, I always try to talk about the positive and negatives and the general market outlook, but today we have got some good news for Casper. Although, you know, as we always say, don't be emotional, be logical. Right now, while Casper is currently up 22.82% on the daily time frame, which is insane, it is still only valued at around 7.17 cents. Now, considering you're down to 5.6 cents earlier last night, this is a drastic rally and good to see nonetheless. But as it stands right now in today's video, we're going to cover the significance of all the massive announcements in the crypto space, but also for Casper. The reasons why I believe we're pumping today, we are seeing massive whale activity. The huge accounts are very volatile right now, which tends to normally happen if they're preparing for something. The long standing account, almost like a cold wallet account basically, of KuCoins has made some drastic moves. The number 4 wallet that we didn't even know who it is, we still don't know who it is, but that's now number 2 now. We've seen a lot of well activity, which is very optimistic. We also have seen a lot of stablecoin updates, smart contract updates. I think the announcement that's caused Casper to rally so much right now is CoinMarketCap stating that Casper is now a made in America asset, which we'll get into the reason why that is also true, but also not in this stream. Because the FOMO is so good right now, of course, with Casper, which is great to see for the first time in a while, and even members who are part of my community, the free community here, we're speculating what is happening right now. Some of us want to believe there's going to be a listing very, very soon. Some say by the end of this quarter. And considering the developments coming through very, very soon, anything's possible, but of course, don't be emotionally logical. And as always, if you enjoy today's streams, these daily streams I'll be doing, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And I apologize once again for being muted. I seem to have a false habit doing that every now and then, but we can see right now, if you look at Casper on CoinMarketCap, just so you're aware, this CoinMarketCap website is Binance.com or Binance Exchange. This is their website, so Binance run CoinMarketCap, and they've currently got Casper at a $1.85 billion market cap, 188 million 24-hour trading volume, which is still not as high as we've seen it in the past. At its peak, we've seen Casper in and around 500-600 million, so we could definitely see it go higher. But with all the whale and FOMO and the big exchange, I've been seeing a lot of major accounts as well, like BSC News and also BSC Gem Alerts. Those two in particular have been FOMOing Casper to all loving hell. They've been constantly posting Casper repeatedly. Now, it's engagement farming in my belief, but either way, they are massive accounts that are going to bring more FOMO to Casper as well. Right now, we can see the volume is being dominated by the likes of MEXC and Gate as per usual. Then Bybit is next up at 11.3%, which is also good news. Bit gets there just above or just in and around XT as well, around 8.71. So the major exchanges as well, the bigger ones, are also got high volume, which is optimistic as well. So we've got a lot to cover in today's stream, a lot of good news to cover in today's stream, and also I'll get into a bit of the market outlook as well, ultimately highlighting the current market conditions, what's happening in this space, the tariffs news, and ultimately, is this by design, what's happening in the immediate short term, and have we now found the bottom for Casper? Because now we can speculate, with good reason, that this could potentially be the bottom for Casper. Of course, again, don't be emotional, be logical, anything's still possible. We can still see it come down as well. Of course, Bitcoin is also rallying up 5.7% on the daily time frame, which is also very optimistic, very good. Probably also a reason why Casper pumping as well, but Casper is currently, to my knowledge, the top performing asset in the market. So, without further ado, we'll get into today's daily crypto and Casper news. Casper from my man, welcome back to the stream. Good evening to you too. Hope you are well. I hope we have some sort of Coin Factory meetup after the bull run. We'll have to 100% have a massive meetup with the Coin Factory and even the executives as well. Those who are part of that community, obviously a part of the whole community, but those who are there as well. We'll have a massive meetup. Hopefully we're all celebrating with our Casper winnings. What's up, Devious me, my man? Welcome back to the stream as well. Gazzy, my man, welcome back to you too. Lau as well. It is a beautiful day indeed. Falco, nice little bouncy bounce. Oh, you know it. Hopefully this bounce is the start of the catalyst that sends Casper much, much higher. We have got some exchange updates. Obviously, we can speculate about Binance. We also seem to have some connections, while, again, speculation, some connections potentially to OKX loading up, which, again, we'll get to that in a moment. volume. Yes, the volume, yes, that's talking about my mic. I had no volume on, I apologize. But also the volume for Casper is up as well. So yeah, my mic was muted. I apologize about that again. At the edge of my seat, no cap gain tax on US made coins. I'm going to cry. Yeah, that's a potential future for Casper. You're right, Stephen King. Or Stephen King. But yes, at the same time, while it's a possibility, we've got to obviously understand that Casper, at the root of it, is still a fair launch proof of work, decentralized asset. It is not actually an American asset. It is more American than anywhere else, which I know people are going to probably feel a little bit confused by, because of course the founders are from Israel. But the majority, Casper is conducted of mining. It's a proof of work coin. The miners make up, effectively the jurisdiction of Casper, if that's to be the case. And therefore, the majority of the mining right now is actually based in America. That's why it's a made in America coin. But it's still a decentralized asset. But yeah, I will get into some of the other questions and stuff in a moment. And thank you everyone as well for letting me know that I was muted. Silly mistake from me. You think this YouTube would be easy by now, but apparently not. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the crypto news today. So we can see right now, we're going to get into the whale activity. Ultimately, why I think big things are coming for Casper very, very soon. Casper Daily highlights here. Wallet number 4, which is this wallet here. Not this wallet. This wallet here. That's wallet number 4 right now. Number 2 now. Wallet number 4 has just climbed to the 3rd position, not through fresh accumulation, but as a result of wallet number 2 transferring 330 million Casper to the KuCoin exchange, effectively dropping to the 6th position. If you've been following me for a while and you also done your research, you would know that this wallet here, the one that's now at number 6, this actually is KuCoin's wallet. The tag is not there, reasons why unbeknownst to me. But this is KuCoin's wallet, and this wallet was at 722 million Casper for a long, long time. We can actually do a little bit of history check on that as well. We can see this is the wallet of KuCoin that was at 72 million Casper since the new year, since November. And it hadn't moved. It was stuck. It just didn't move at all. And now, today, it's not showed up here on Casperlytics. It'll show up probably tomorrow. But as of today, they've dropped from 722 million all the way down to 392 million. And this wallet here, which as we can see from this wallet has equally, this is even a fresh wallet from the looks of things. You saw its first accumulation happen on December, adding 15 mil, then another 10 mil as of February, end of February going into March, so about 2 weeks ago, and now from 25 million, adding a 330 million more Casper. Now dropped into number 7. So it looks like KuCoin are redistributing their larger wallet into a new one, seeing a lot of capital move around a Casper. And here's the thing, there's a potential that this is by design, in the sense I'm saying that these large wallets and exchanges, they are now making the large amounts of Casper move around known to the community to try and build the FOMO back up. Because right now, as we understand, a lot of manipulation be going on with crypto and also Casper as well. A lot of OTC, over-the-counter trading, therefore, it does not show up on chain. We don't know it's happening. But it's happening. We can see the price of assets are going up and down. We see the holders continuously go up and down, yet the price for the longest time has been just going down more and more and more. Because a large volume of capital over the counter behind closed doors is leaving the market, leaving Casper, going to exchanges. But now we're seeing this in the public eye. This effectively is not a cold wallet. I'd say it's a warm wallet. Cold wallet, of course, is when it's locked up without being touched. Hot wallet is when it's being actively traded. Warm wallet is a combination of the both, where it can be used for trades and transactions, but also can be used as sort of cold storage as well. It has slightly more security than a hot wallet. So I'd say that this wallet here of KuCoin was a warm wallet, that now we've seen the capital almost half of its accumulation has shifted from this wallet to a new one. This sudden shift raises intriguing questions. Are we entering another round of distribution, or is this merely a strategic reshuffling by whales preparing for the next phase? While the motives remain unclear for now, such large-scale movements often precede significant market developments. That's what I'm talking about. When you see massive capital from the people who control these markets, the exchanges, when you see a lot of capital flowing with Casper, when you see on the balance sheet this stuff happening, these exchanges, they talk to each other. That's how it works. So potentially they are preparing for something around the corner. And considering all the major developments in the crypto market, we have got an announcement here from Gemini saying all as on Thursday. Now, I don't think it's Casper related, but I think it's going to be a significant development for Gemini's side of things, but also for the whole market as well. And equally, all the major developments coming to Casper as well, we'll get into this stream as well, the updates as well. Potentially, they're preparing for a FOMO run. Potentially, this is the bottom for Casper, which is bottoming around 5.54 cents, just above this level of support that I drew out. Now, again, there's still a possibility that Casper does correct back down again. Right now, the market's looking very, very good. Should Bitcoin decide to correct tomorrow, Casper could fall down with it. But we'll have to just play it by ear and wait and see. I'm holding Casper long term, those who are maybe new to the channel. So the short term price action is why I talk about it. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. Those who've been following me for since I started streaming know that I am still wholeheartedly 100% bullish on Casper. I have no problem in the fluctuation of the price right now because I see the vision of where it's going to go in this cycle. I'm not talking about price, I'm talking about trajectory in general. I see it going up, and I think Casper potentially is in for a massive rally very soon. Christian Ludwig made a post yesterday, which he spoke about, where he said that Casper at 20 cents right here, Casper right now at 5, 6, 7 cents, it's actually closer to $1 than Casper was at 20 cents. And while that is factually incorrect, logically speaking, it is correct. But at least in my mind as well, because he's highlighting that round here at 20 cents, Casper had already underwent a massive, massive FOMO run during a bear market. It had just run out of steam, this whole thing. And then it ran out of steam and it's been struggling since the whole market, since lack of developments and whatnot. But now that it's had a massive fall off, liquidated, what, 70% it came down or so? Yeah, 72% came down, which we've seen that sort of correction for Casper in the past as well. If we go all the way back, you can see really early on, you saw Casper come back down 70% here. We saw it equally again here, about 55, 60% there. And equally there was one here as well. That's significant as well. So we're seeing big correction for Casper in the past already. It was just a repeat of that right now. And while the bottom's not definitely priced in, there's a good chance of such right now, due to what Casper's building in general, what developers are coming out, that Casper for me is one that's going to due to rise in due time. And I think the time may be coming. And Wells could be the indicator for that. Whether the signals, upcoming selling pressure, or a calculated rotation behind the scenes, time will tell. So, strange wallet activity, of course. Well, number 2 we just mentioned, being the KuCoin wallet, was dormant until November 2022. I just showed that already on Casperlytics right here. It was dormant for a long, long time. And was holding almost 722 million Casper. But some minutes ago, it transferred almost half of its allocation, roughly $22 million in just 2 transactions. We'll look a little bit closer. Take off the show details as well. We can see 200 million Casper, then 130 million Casper. And we can see as well, the recipient, the one who received it, was a KuCoin wallet. So, evidently, yeah, is KuCoin reshuffling its allocation from the looks of things, which is interesting to say the least. Very interesting. Making it now one of the largest, if not the largest, Casper transaction in history. Minutes later, an unknown wallet, which is KuCoin's wallet we've now discovered, received the 200 million Casper from KuCoin. Strange things are happening among the world lately. Are they getting prepared for a new listing? So now, the speculated Binance wallet, which again is now become number 2. And that's not because they bought more. They will be buying more on Thursday most likely, because they buy every Monday and Thursday. But this wallet has now become number 2 because MEXC has seen outflows, and number 2 has seen half its capital gone. A lot of strange things are happening right now. People are speculating it may be Binance because, remember, while it's not confirmed again, there's a lot of FOMO, a lot of speculation that Binance, with their mining distribution reward for Casper, the mining pool, they cannot issue it to a funding wallet without a spot to listing. And we've seen some form of updates recently about how it's been delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed, which is frustrating. However, at the same time, while it's been delayed a lot, we also saw some sort of post from a support team, mainly put out by, I believe, Casper Daily again. I'll see if I can find it real quick. Which seems to talk about the fact that it's still possible that, or it's not been ruled out, that we could see a listing around this distribution. Breaking. Casper bot listing not ruled out by Binance in the near term. Yes, you are correct. It will be distributed to funding wallet, and there will be an announcement whether it will be listed for trade or an option to withdraw once distributed the rewards are complete. So they're going to announce around the time they fully distribute out the funding to the funding wallets whether it will be listed or whether it will just be an option to withdraw. Now, of course, uncertainty is still not great for investors in general, so it's still a matter of, don't be emotional, logical until we see the actual confirmation. Don't get ahead of yourselves. But, of course, with the massive web activity building on top of that Binance, FOMO, if you will, and the long-awaited Binance listing as well, we're now speculating, as we do in the community, getting ahead of ourselves that we may be seeing a listing very, very soon. I do think a listing's on the horizon. I do. But I'm not getting my hopes up about it, because at the end of the day, listings are great for the immediate price action. But what I care about is the big developments of Casper that's going to actually give it the longevity, the use case, the DEX coming out, the DeFi coming out for it, the stablecoins, the smart contracts, the 10 BPS, and much, much more we'll get into in this stream as well. But also, not just Binance. There's also speculation as well at OKX. I know this, look, OKX, new alternatives loading, 90%. Oh, whoop-de-doo, right? OKX post. The reason why Casper speculating is the maxis, the Casper speculating is Casper, is because not that long ago, Casper officially reached 90% mined. That was about a day or two ago. Very, very recently. And now, coincidentally, OKX are now saying new alternatives loading. We know OKX, their venture, they are partnered with the KEF. So we do know OKX have some ties to KEF and therefore to Casper. For me, it is inevitable that Binance and OKX will be listing Casper this cycle. I think Coinbase will end up following in due time. Typically speaking, I imagine that Binance will list first and OKX will follow very soon afterwards. But of course, again, time will tell. Ultimately, though, things are looking up for now for Casper after its massive fall off, 72% correction from all-time highs. They're now seeing a very, very nice rally back up, which for me, again, was inevitable. Could we see it rally up continue from here? Hopefully. I'm optimistic about it. But at the end of the day, I'm just looking forward to the developments coming out that will solidify Casper's price action and momentum in the cycle. There's been a lot of FUD right now, almost deafening. And while I'm not one to say or gloat, I don't want to be one that gloats. I'm sure people will have their own way to react when Casper does surpass all-time highs. I won't want to gloat, but I will be, very pleased to know that I continued researching, continued with my conviction and belief in Casper, and knowing that, again, time paid off. Again, it's still early to call that right now, but I do believe so that we're still in a very, very prime position. And this is also why you're seeing massive accounts. BSC News, 1.2 million followers. Not a small account at all. They've been covering Casper. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. I think 3 or 4 times back to back every single day. There's a 2 posts. That was done at 2 p.m. today for me, which was about 6 hours ago. That was 2 a.m. today for me. So that is, 18 hours ago. And we've seen a lot more. All these posts here from BSCN and then also BSC Gems. All these posts here. All in the span of the last 3 or 4 days. Some in the past 24 hours. It's all about Casper right now. Which is very interesting. Again, this could generally just be FOMO farming. It's a good possibility as such. But the fact of the matter being, whether it's FOMO farming or engagement farming or not, they are massive accounts. BSC Gems has over 600,000 followers. BSC News has over 1.2 million followers, and they're repeatedly posting about Casper. This will bring more adoption to the project. And as Egg Slonker highlights here, I think it's entirely possible that Binance is paying BSC News and BSC Gems Alert to generate hype around Casper before impending spot listings. Now, speculation of course, but it would not, for the fact that these accounts have been deathly quiet about Casper, and think entirely, I don't think they've mentioned Casper at all before now, and now they are actively posting repeatedly about Casper. For me, there's a good possibility that these accounts are being shilled by an entity, whether it be a Casper entity or more so an exchange entity, to shill Casper. to build hype and FOMO about it in preparation for a listing. So right now, the whales are loading up. The massive capital is shifting around very, very drastically. We can see in the past 24 hours all the massive capital moving about with very big accumulation, of course, which is, again, optimistic, very good to see. And equally, we're seeing increased FOMO now from the likes of OKX and potentially, of course, Binance as well about an imminent listing. Time will tell. I know people in my community, my free community, have also had their own speculation. We do believe right now a listing will happen by the end of this quarter in the next week or two, which maybe, potentially, and considering what's coming, those who are in my community will already have access to the important date channel, where you can see everything up and coming for the crypto market and equally for Casper and other projects as well. We should know that currently on the 12th, being tomorrow, we will see the CPI data for February last month, which will be an indicator of whether we'll see rate cuts or whatnot. March 19th is the Fed rate decision. Potentially, we will be seeing rate cuts. Again, I think it's a bit early to call that right now, but I think that's on the cards in the later half of this year. And on the 21st of March, the SEC will be hosting the first of 5 planned industry roundtables. So potentially, with all those major crypto developments, we'll see Casper jump in there as well, because Casper has also some very big catalysts incoming. As CZ stated about a day or two ago, focus on ethical teams that build for the long term. Big money is built slowly with stamina. I've already spoke about this, but this is exactly what Microsoft said himself. It takes being slow and steady to build something which operates so fast. It's the exact story of the tortoise and the hare. Casper, by all means, is the tortoise. Launching late, developing slow, but slow and steady wins the race. And for me, that is very apparent for what they are building. The fact of the matter being is, Solana right now, apparently 75 of their transactions fail. 3/4 of your transactions fails, and you think you're institutionally ready is ridiculous to me. This is all fun and games when it was just retail. But now you've got institutions, wealth managers, trillions upon trillions of dollars in capital that's aiming to not just flood into this space to, make profit off it, to utilize technology at its core. Put it in their banking systems. And you've got chains like Solana, which is the highest volume chain in this space by a significant margin. I think next is Ethereum. And 3/4 of their transactions fails. Is not good enough. Is not. Now, Solana, I think, is still going to make some gains this cycle. I still think Solana is not the worst chain in the world in regards to your meme coin trading and whatnot. I've used Solana chain for quite some time, and I do struggle with the transaction fails, but, send it through again and it's fine, as long as you do your own due diligence. But the reason why I highlight this again, because Casper is mere months away, which, the past 2.5 months so far for this space, since 2025 started, has felt like years. The downward spiral on the market has been, I've lost a lot of hair since that, I tell you now. But at the same time, we're going to look back on this in the next month or two and think, wow, it went by so quickly. 2, 3, 4 months away, this is not far from Casper. Will have smart contracts, will include Solana virtual machine. As Equalabs highlighted, they're building a layer 2 based roll-up on Casper. But what the smart contracts coming to Casper, the reason why Casper's DeFi, DEX coming out, will be so groundbreaking and likely still a lot of capital from other chains is not just because it will be so innovative that it will surpass other chains in terms of decentralization, of course, but also security and scalability. But also, which is the most important factor, it's going to be interoperable, meaning it can connect to every other chain. And that is the ultimate factor. It means that you haven't necessarily got to hop onto Casper if you don't choose to, but you can go through Casper. Solana virtual machines will be on Casper alongside Ethereum virtual machines, EVM, SVM, so builders can easily port over. That's the precise reason, something that I have got knowledge of, and I know I saw this, and I haven't got the source here, so this is going to be a bit trust me bro, but hopefully I gained your trust in my recent sources anyways. I've seen a post a few months back now, but I saw a post where it was an institution confirming that they are doing all of their building right now on Ethereum, because Ethereum's the biggest chain right now in regards to building. Of course, Solana's got more transactions, but Ethereum's actually the biggest chain right now as the developer smart contracts, for God's sake. But the reason why they do that also, not because they believe in Ethereum as the future, because Ethereum, for the most part, it can connect to multiple chains thanks to their virtual machines. Ethereum is quite interoperable in that regard, but they're using it. That's why I think it's XRP. XRP are also creating their own Ethereum virtual machine, their sidechain for Ethereum as well, so they can connect to industries that are building on Ethereum, so they can easily port over to their chain of choice, which I believe, whether it be immediate or in due time, will be Casper. It has been 3 days, well actually now it's been 5 days, 5 days since Casper's Testnet 10 crescendo hard fork. And at this point, Testnet 10 has fully and successfully transitioned to 10 BPS. That is huge confirmation, confirming the transition logic is sound, including IBD and post-pruning behavior, which takes longer to verify. So they've still got to do a little bit of just, observing right now. At this point though, Testnet 10 is expected to behave similarly to Testnet 11, which already runs 10 BPS. And this Testnet 11 is known to be stable for over a year now. Huge news. Testnet 10 also includes tighter regulations for transient storage, so KIP13, and preserves a commitment to transactions acceptance ordering KIP15, which is important for layer 2 adoption, important for Igor Labs and Casplex and many other developers that want to build on top of Casper. So it's stable right now. It's only been 5 days, still early doors. That's also why I truly love that Casper takes so long doing the developments. People hate it because they want to see price pumps, but I love it because when you take such a long time doing this and you do so much due diligence, when the groundbreaking developments come out, the chance of there being any issues is significantly lesser. We are getting a final stretch of getting crescendo onto the mainnet now. The remaining work will focus on merging non-consensus improvements and coordinating with node operators to prepare for the transition. We expect to be in line with the timelines from the Jan 25 update. So we'll see mainnet hard fork coming to Casper end of April likely, which is huge news. They're going to do a little more observing and then just getting the final preparations done, and then we will see 10 BPS on the mainnet, which will put Casper 200 times faster than Solana, 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin. I don't even know how much faster in Ethereum. It will be one of, if not the fastest chain in this sector. And adoption, while adoption takes time, it will come. And equally, when you're having massive accounts that are repeatedly posting about Casper, building up more FOMO, and of course, if Casper ends up seeing a massive volatile price rally, let's just say for argument's sake, Casper decides to rally to all-time highs in the next, 2-3 weeks, argument's sake. I'm not saying it's going to happen, not financial advice, do your own research. But let's say it happens, people who are going to be just generally looking at crypto right now as, all the government developments are building up as well, which is very big as well. People will be looking at that, they'll see Casper rallying up in the trending section here, and they'll start looking to what Casper is. That's the basic way a lot of, I'm not going to say noobs, I'm going to say early investors of crypto tend to look at. They tend to look at CoinMarketCap, look at the trending coins to find out, what's hot right now. And some of them do their own research, some just blindly buy into that. So we'll end up seeing the quote-unquote paper handlers come back to Casper, I'm sure. But I think for the most part, after the struggle of 8-9 months, those paper handlers have been shaken out, they're gone. And now it's people who are just stubbornly holding their bags, and also those who know what they're holding. And then, of course, we've got the announcement for me that I think has generally caused Casper to see such a volatile pump right now, which is, of course, CoinMarketCap again. Breaking. CoinMarketCap is again run by Binance Exchange. So again, seeing the BSCN news and BSC Gems doing multiple posts alongside CoinMarketCap, which is run by Binance, doing this as well, is a weird coincidence. But we can see here, they've added Casper to the Made in America topic. Let's go to Made in America right here, USA. Look down here and we can see Casper's right there, which is interesting. You've got the likes of XRP, Solana, USDC, Cardano, Doge, Link, Hedera, XLM, etc., 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 and Casper. Now, I'm going to build on this a little bit more so. This is correct and incorrect, bullish and also noise. We'll get into the whole, TLDR of it, the deep dive of it. Basically, the bottom line is Casper I would like to say should not be here. And I say that because Bitcoin is not here because Bitcoin is decentralized. It's a proof of work. Bitcoin is not here because Bitcoin is not made in America. It is everywhere. Decentralized. It has no entity, no central entity. So Casper, by that logic, also should not be here. But the reason why Casper is here is because majority of the miners, because Casper again is a project made up of the miners, are based in America. You can see here, the highest volume are mainly based in America. We can see there are currently 82 Rusty nodes live and 46 Go's, and all those Go nodes will be transitioning to Rusty nodes in the next month or two following the hard fork on the mainnet. But the majority of it is made up in America. So we can see here all the node operators right now: USA, Canada, one in Brazil, also in Brazil. Then you've got a lot throughout Europe, a lot throughout Asia as well, Middle East, Africa. Worldwide, of course. And it's only going to get bigger from there as well, I'm sure. But there's a massive, a massive group of them definitely in Europe. But America is also, from my understanding, the central hub, if you will, for the miners of Casper. So by that logic, yeah. So thank you, CoinMarketCap. Casper highlights here. Thank you, CoinMarketCap, for the categorization of Made in America. While the visibility is appreciated and the large majority of the Casper hash power is in the United States, hence why it's made in America, it's important to know that Casper is also a stateless, decentralized project with no headquarters, no central authority, and no corporate structure, just like Bitcoin. So it's bullish because it gets capital recognition. It gets capital recognition. Probably also why we're running so much up today. But it's also incorrect and also noise because it's also not necessarily true. But of course, there's also a reason why it is bullish, and the reason why is because we should already know that Donald Trump, alongside the massive plethora of announcements he's made already for his plans for crypto and whatnot, one of them is that he plans to make American crypto projects tax-free. Now, that would of course be huge for Casper, because the element of making that USA coins tax-free would ultimately bring more investment to those assets because it's beneficial. The whole premise of Trump doing that is trying to bring more adoption back to America, more business back to America. So making USA-based assets tax-free would bring more crypto business back to America, which is good after, America basically pushed all business away thanks to Biden's administration and their crypto crackdown stance, trying to bring it all back, making American crypto assets tax-free. Now, Casper, again, belongs to no nation, no company, no entity, but the community of the contributors and users worldwide. Casper is truly global, open source, and stateless. And here's a list of all of them here, the ambassadors as well. So you've got ambassadors here as well as also the actual node operators here. So is this meaning that Casper is going to be tax-free? Me personally, I would say no, because in that regard, to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure that Bitcoin's main node operators are also in America. I might be incorrect in that though, so don't quote me. Again, do your own research. But again, Bitcoin hasn't got a category of made in Asia, made in America. Like, that's not for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, again, is fair launch, open source, decentralized. So Casper in that regard should be the same thing. So will Casper benefit from zero capital gain tax or zero tax? I would be surprised. So this, for me, is bullish for the recognition. It's bullish for the recognition. Definitely. But it is, for me, also noise. But again, when you pair that massive development up with this wallet in particular now being number 2, the massive wells just shifting their capital around, which is interesting to see. These very large follower accounts who have been repeatedly posting about Casper every single day for a while now. I mean, actually, BSCN did make a post back in 2024, it looks like, as well. So it has been, they do have some history of Casper, but a lot has happened more recently. Even one in June 2024 as well here. Yes, we did back in 2024, but now we're seeing a lot more recently. So it's interesting to see, definitely. And even BSC Gems have made well over 10, if not even 20 posts now on Casper. So pair this up with, Binance. Again, the speculation about is potentially being Binance paying these accounts to generate hype around Casper. And and also then CoinMarketCap changing and adding Casper to Made in America, it's just a weird coincidence. Nothing more than a coincidence in my belief. Again, to be emotional, be logical, understand what's happening in the space. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but it's still good news. But why is Casper getting adoption? Why do I believe Casper going to do very, very well? I think everyone already knows that already, but let's get into it a little bit more so here. We'll get to this post a little bit as well, just building more to the whole, Made in America coin for Casper here. Also, just talking about the fact that, tax will be removed for Casper. Probably not. But again, Bitcoin's not on the list. Also, CoinGecko does not recognize Casper as Made in America, so it's just Binance, CoinMarketCap then for just doing it. Taxes are going to be removed through a legislative process. The president has no power to remove taxes, just saying so. But yeah, Casper. So, we've got 3 or 4 major Casper developments before we get into the actual significant crypto news as well, which is also very important for Casper. So stay tuned for all of that. So here, stablecoins for Casper. Talks, this is ultimately coming from Johnny here. Johnny made a very extensive post here talking about it all, which I'll be highlighting in my community as well. So if you want to follow me or go and check it out, we've got a free community here. And equally, all the information that I provide here, the whole belief I had in Casper and everything happening right now, all the institutional sentiment and whatnot, I got all the information that I provide daily here, but equally even more information about that in my paid community here, which is the Coin Factory. It's a 7-day free trial, so if you want to find out more about it, come join for a free 7-day free trial. And those who are part of it have learned a hell of a lot in this space regarding institutional sentiment, trade alerts and whatnot. It's been very profitable trades so far, hidden gems and much, much more. We do a live stream every single Saturday to try and give you some more institutional insight as well. So if you want to know more about that, the streams are also pre-recorded, so you can watch them back as well if you join. Check it out, 7-day free trial. Links in the description chat, also my homepage as well. We'll talk about that a little bit later on as well. But to get into the Casper updates anyways, because we talk about Casper in that community as well, of course, and then with the extra institutional insight we get, we call it that institutional insight and what they believe, which I showcase exclusively to those members there, and call it back to Casper and crypto projects as well. But yes, stablecoin updates here. So apparently, according to this update here, the TLDR of it is Tether and Circle and others have been talking with KEF since December 2024, so almost 3 months now, or just over 3 months now. Explored launching a native KRC20 stablecoin, but interest for now was limited. So Tether, Circle, and others wanted to launch a native KRC20 stablecoin on Casper, but they seem to have, taken a backseat for the meantime. Bridge stablecoins via layer 2s now seem more likely, according to Johnny, and some form of stablecoin support on Casper could roll out before Q2. So that's by the end of this month. By the end of this month. That is very, very bullish. I'm not saying we'll get stablecoins this month. Don't be emotional, be logical, read between the lines. It's saying a form of stablecoin support should be coming out potentially before the end of this month. So that means we may see a significant development coming out from the KEF, from Casper's team, that could potentially fast track stablecoins coming out in Q2, which of course would be a massive demand driver, bringing more adoption to Casper as a project, and equally much, much more. But we're still waiting for the decentralized exchange, the DeFi protocol for Casper to come out before it can take some form of shape. But this is still very big to hear that Casper had been talking to the major stablecoin providers and many more to bring a native KRC20 token, stablecoin. Of course, now it's shifted to a bridged one instead, but I'm sure that Casper will also end up in due time building and launching their own native one as well. So that's the updates here talking about it. Somebody make a reply saying KF may bring an EVM compatible layer 2 to Casper this month. That's the understanding, of course, because you can't really have stablecoins without a ledger or something or something to go on top of, right? So you can't have a stablecoin coming out just yet. But again, it's a reminder that the more accurate timeline for the EVM, which is the Ethereum Virtual Machine Layer 2 chain, is before Q2. The quick implementation of stablecoins, stable bridged done in Q2. The KF will make an official announcement very, very soon. Mine is a heads up. So ultimately, stating that we'll see the EVM Layer 2 chain before Q2. That is talking about the testnet. We'll see that's what, when it says support structure here, some form of stablecoin support before Q2 is talking about a testnet, in my belief, which we've already seen posted about that already. So we're going to see Incurred Labs and equally Casplex launching a Ethereum Virtual Machine Zero Knowledge Bridge Rollup Layer 2 testnet by the end of this month. Hence also why I think FOMO is starting to rally for Casper and price up to rally for Casper. That's why Casper's price can't really, in my belief, go down much further, because it's got a lot of big things coming through that's going to give it more adoption and demand and use case. And then in Q2 we'll see stablecoins come on top. And we did see a post from Casper, which I'm going to quickly load up here, which spoke about Casper, which spoke about right here. Talk about how the Casplex testnet for ZK EVM, which is smart contracts, will be coming out in 3 weeks. That's by the end of this month. And then opcodes for C8 issue Burn and Black, which is stablecoin opcodes, will be coming out in May. So ultimately, this is a second heads up here from Johnny, highlighting that he's speaking to a lot of major stablecoin providers for 3 months now. They've now shifted their focus from a native Chaos20 stablecoin to a bridged one. But we're now going to be seeing some form of support for stablecoins coming out by the end of this month, before Q2, and a quick implementation of stablecoins and bridged done in Q2, which is going to be probably, I imagine, in May, if we're going according to Capital's post here as well. Stablecoins coming out in due time, that's not far off. That is 2 months away. May's 2 months off now. That is not far off at all. We're currently, coming towards the middle of March. So we'll be 2 weeks out until we get the testnets. And then going to end of April, we'll see 10 BPS come out. And then going into May, we'll see, or if the timeline lines up, going into May, we'll start seeing these sort of developments as well. Of stablecoins are going to be giving Casper a very quick and scalable infrastructure that can compete with the likes of Ethereum, Solana, and surpass them quite comfortably, and XRPs. And then stablecoins coming on as well, which actually gives it use case. And we've seen how big stablecoins are going to be in this space as well, giving it more transactional demand and value. And then you'll see smart contracts coming out shortly off that as well. To which here we can see the Casplex are going to be joining an AMA with the KF very, very soon. They had one, you just saw the KF had an AMA with Igra Labs. And they're going to Casplex is going to be doing one as well very, very soon as well. So they can understand what everyone's building right now. And Oisun Lee here, who is the CoinPal CEO, who's working alongside the Casplex team, stated that layer 2s with smart contract is currently under testing for Casper, which is huge. So again, not that far off. Not far off at all. You can see furthermore here regarding Zelius Swaps. Zelius Swaps is aiming to bring a DEX, a DeFi, onto Igra Labs. So one to bring in smart contracts. There's a great conversation about that here. And we can go check. And they're going to be doing it in AMA tomorrow as well. So again, links to that I'll be leaving in my community, and equally I'll be retweeting that as well. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, again, I'll retweet and repost quite a lot of stuff now. Be more active there. Discord, free communities there, and equally the Twitter pages here as well. But that's also very big to see as well. And then of course, we talk about the whole comparison to other projects right now. One thing that we're seeing a lot about, which is something that I do truly believe in, which is what I stated a while back as well. Let's see if I can find the post that I made, or the repost I made. Somebody made a post about how Casper looks. Oh yeah, Axel made a post here about how Casper is repeating Ethereum. And I didn't say it is doing so, but I said there's a good possibility as such. And I made the comparison that, back in the day, 2017, Ethereum, it was still a proof of work asset. It was bringing something innovative to the space. It was bringing smart contracts out, which Bitcoin hadn't done. It was meant to be the next big thing. Of course, it's seemingly fallen short after deferring away from proof of work and whatnot, and just not being scalable, even after, losing its decentralized nature to bring layer 2s on board, operators, and it's still not scalable enough. It's just crazy. You ruined your whole project for nothing, effectively, in my belief, but hey ho, I digress. Point being is, Ethereum and Casper, early day Ethereum, did this whole massive correction, 70% before massive reversal up in price, and saw a catastrophic rally, like a huge rally in price. And Casper is doing something similar in that regard. And actually, you could argue, if this is confirmed, which we won't get confirmation just yet, of course, if it is confirmed to be the bottom for Casper, that this would be very similar. This blue line up here being the all-time high. This was similarly the zone that this man drew out here, Axel, around the 5 cents zone. So in that regard, we could definitely see this potentially could be the bottom for Casper. Again, we're now seeing massive well activity. So massive well activity made in America for Casper on CoinMarketCap. The correction of 70%, which we've seen in the past 2 times for Casper already, and now it's seemingly making a very strong rally back up. Again, it could still come down. I am not ruling out the possibility of such. We can still see it come back down into the zone of support here, which is 5.3 cents or so. maybe even further down than that. We don't know where Bitcoin's going to correct to here. It's still early doors. We've seen Bitcoin correct down a little bit further, make a new bottom here at around 76k. It touches level of support down here, which is one that I did draw out a while back. It may come back into that. We still have no confirmation yet. We're still very early doors. Tariffs and all this other uncertainty is still very much apparent. Long term, I'm not worried. Short term, anything can still happen. But Casper is now looking very, very good and potentially has confirmed a bottom price right now. Is now trying to break above the 7 cent support level, which is seemingly going to be a struggle for it, and I'm not surprised. You might see more exchanges try to load up at these low prices as well right now, in preparation for all that's coming to Casper. Stablecoins, smart contracts, all the other stuff coming as well, the 10 BPS. And Patrician Ludwig highlights here that he found Ethereum. I found Casper after Ethereum abandoned the proof of work for proof of stake, which happened, I believe, in 2022. Yes, 2022. Combat Hasher had $250,000 of GPUs that could no longer mine Ethereum. I found Casper while researching new proof of work projects, and we started mining it. Also accumulated spot personally. Since the merged to proof of stake, Ethereum's value has been relatively flat, and it has failed to make a new all-time high along with Bitcoin despite a lack of innovation. I think the abandonment of proof of work miners is also to blame. And it's partly true as well. As you look at Ethereum's chart right now, Bitcoin made all-time highs. Granted, yes, Bitcoin had ETFs earlier than Ethereum. I think that's probably the most reason for that. But Ethereum couldn't surpass all-time highs of the last cycle, which is, just short of 5k. It couldn't even get, it was still quite a ways off that. It was like, what, 20%? 15% off that. That's quite a lot. When you're talking about, $800, is quite significant. So it couldn't get above that, despite Bitcoin did, again, they had institutional adoption, had the benefit of that. But it's interesting to see, and potentially it's because the miners weren't helping keep the price up. Saying that Casper's also struggling in that regard, but you can argue, I digress, again, continuation. You can see here, happily, Casper entered as Ethereum will fizzle to be obsolete. Soon this year, Casper will have Ethereum virtual machine smart contracts via based ZK rollups or ZK proofs. Essentially, any Ethereum app can run on Casper. That's what's coming out. Same thing when you spoke about, which post was it? There was a post when I mentioned about Solana virtual machine. Yeah, here. Was it this one? Someone mentioned, I mentioned it literally on today's stream. I'm trying to think of where I saw it. Talk about Solana virtual machines. So I'm going to just do my head in if I don't find it, so I'm just trying to find it real quick. Which one was it? Am I losing? Oh yeah, here. Again, Christian Ludwig. Sorry, yeah. Smart contract will include Solana virtual machines and also Ethereum virtual machines. So ultimately, any Ethereum app, which comes down to MetaMask, and any Solana app, which comes down to Phantom and those sort of ones, well, they can bridge and run on Casper. The user experience will be superior in regards to security, speed, decentralization, MEV, fees, Oracle efficiency. Casper will soon be what Ethereum should have been, all while following Bitcoin's ethos, while Ethereum had never done so. That's how early we are. That's why I'm not saying this won't happen this cycle, but Casper, from my belief, will flip Ethereum. Bitcoin, I don't think anything can flip Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's the deemed ultimate proof of work in regards to the ultimate store of value. I mean, it's just going to be an accumulative asset, going to keep going up like gold does in value continuously. Casper is going to be a similar regard, but actually used for exchange and currency and transactions because it has the scalability to do so. And Ethereum falling short, and every other asset that is proof of stake that has a centralized entity that's also not scalable enough will also fall short when the adoption for Casper comes through, which is going to start coming through this cycle. Hype's being generated right now from big accounts. You're seeing Casper at 10 massive event. They won the best blockchain innovation award at the Crypto Expo EU. They're getting recognition from massive events. The biggest ones in Europe about how good they are and what they're bringing to the space. They will get adoption quickly this cycle, and it will rally up even much more in the years to come as well. I don't think people who are saying Casper's cycle is done 2025, you're entitled to your beliefs. I'm not going to come at you for your beliefs at all. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. For me, I don't think that's the case, because I've seen already in the past how quickly projects can rally and value in such a short time frame. And none of them brought what innovative stuff Casper bring to the space. They were effectively another Ethereum. The Solana and the XRPs are another Ethereum with different tags stuff on top of it. They still have their shortcomings. Ethereum is not scalable. Solana is not scalable, and also is not. Solana is also not secure. XRP is not decentralized. There's no difference in the asset besides potential partnerships and whatnot, but there's fundamentally at the ground level nothing different about them. Casper is no different about it to Bitcoin, but the fact that it is scalable. And that's thanks to the Ghost DAG, thanks to the Dagonite coming out, thanks to the Phantom protocol that was created, thanks to the Spectres, thanks to everything else that's been built as well. So Casper, I think, is going to completely shock everybody's expectation this cycle. I'm not giving price targets. That's not what I do. Not anymore. But I think it will shock everybody. I think Casper will do exceptionally well this cycle. And we're seeing all these massive whales, cycling the capital right now, which is also a relatively good indicator. Will Casper come down any more from this point on? Is this the absolute bottom for Casper? We do not know. Nobody knows. We can potentially speculate it. It could be a good chance of such. After a 73% correction from all-time highs, it could definitely be the case. But we do not know. Because ultimately right now, Casper and all the crypto is still at the mercy of the macro news, of the fundamental developments happening right now. Which is good for the long term, potentially, I'd like to believe, but also bad right now. We can see here a sort of development about it. This is also very important for Casper price as well. A development about it. Trump has now stated that USA will increase tariffs on steel and aluminium, sorry. I'm not American, aluminium, British say aluminium. From Canada to 50%. 50% is insane. And Trump threatens to permanently shut down the Canadian car industry. Canada has now agreed to suspend 25% electricity tariffs on the USA. So Canada are now already kind of reverting back and saying, oh, we're so sorry, Trump, we'll stop. Which, I mean, it was inevitable, realistically. So as a result, now stocks are jumping. As, the tariffs are being dropped. Which is ultimately the benefit you get when you are, throwing your massive schlong about issuing tariffs left and right, knowing the countries can't compete with you. But yeah, crypto is doing well because of this news. Because again, the tariffs is a lot of uncertainty right now, and now people are starting to see, the tariffs are actually working out for us. Okay, maybe it's not so bad anymore. And equally, Casper's doing very, very well because of it being so undervalued already. But what's happening to the market right now? Are we potentially in for more downside very, very soon? Well, this short clip here gives an understanding about what's happening right now. I've already spoken about this in the past as well. Also talking about the refinancing of debt from America. And I think this is potentially the reason why we'll see more correction in the short term, but long term still looks very, very good. So very close to this video, and then I'll answer questions real quickly.
Scott Bessent just admitted his real plans for the economy. The plans are for a downturn period. But don't take my word. Let's look at his words. He said the market and the economy have just become hooked, and we've become addicted to this government spending. There is going to be a detox period. So cutting through this, he is signaling for a downturn. So the government was spending. And then when you start to cut that spending, that creates a slowing. But it is much deeper than that. Let's throw up this chart. The US government has 5.37 trillion in debt maturing over the next 3 months. So the US government, they're going to need to refinance this debt. And they're going to want to refinance it at the lowest possible long-term rate, because that lowers your interest payment. And the US government currently pays over $1 trillion in interest alone. So what we're talking about is billions of dollars saved if they can have lower rates. So the question is, how do you accomplish this by the second quarter when your debt is maturing? You create uncertainty, you lower growth, and you lower inflation. Just think, job cuts and less government spending. So tell us what you think in the comments below.
So We'll go back to that little graph again, right here. We can see that a lot of the debt that America has had to refinance is maturing right now. Have to refinance it. It's happening in this third quarter. You've got to get it all done by the end of this quarter. That's why we've seen so much uncertainty in the markets. That's also why I think that's why also Trump's implementing so many tariffs as well, to cause uncertainty. He's implemented tariffs, removed them, and then done it again. Why he seems to be getting his way right now, I also tend to believe and agree that this is a plan, a ploy to use so they can actually not have to afford to refinance debt at such an extortionate price, to make it as low as possible. In due time, the only complication with what's happening right now is this is also causing a slowing down of the economy. But, as we've already seen and likely will see tomorrow with the CPI data coming out, inflation is lowering, or is not getting any worse at least. And because of that, it means even though the economy is slowing down, we can actually afford to start cutting rates again. If the inflation's too high, you have to increase the rates to combat inflation. If it's too low, then you can afford to cut rates, meaning you can allow the action of borrowing more money from the bank, and therefore, if you have more more liquidity in the economy, you have more money available to loan out and whatnot, that money, more often than not, can cycle into the deemed on-risk asset markets, like crypto and stocks. That's why, while it's not necessary, crypto and stocks benefit a hell of a lot with low interest rates, low interest rates, and of course a lot of influx of capital, which could come through with QE, quantitative easing, and money printing, which is likely going to happen as well. So the point being is, maybe we do see some more downside in the immediate short term, because again, we still got another few weeks after this month to pan out. Bitcoin's been extremely volatile in the past 2 weeks, as we can see, coming down in the span of a week, down 21% from this zone here, then making that back, and then seeing a flip-flop from the Sunday to Monday of 10% both ways, and now it's come down drastically, and now seeing a 5% rally. Bitcoin rallying 5% is significant. That's a lot. Bitcoin, that's a lot of capital. That's a lot of money. Bitcoin's a massive asset. That's billions of dollars, or high millions at the very least. So this is a big deal, and I do believe that's potentially the reason why is because of this. We might see some more, correction in the short term. I think it's possible. That's why Casper running up today. I'm happy about it, of course. Of course I am. Casper up, 20% at one point. It maxed out today, running up about 29%, which is insane. I think it might have been 30%. But don't be emotional. Be logical. Understand that this is great news, of course, for crypto and of course for Casper. The market outlook, the stuff that I highlight here is talking about the tariff thing. This is information that we've been able to build. This information is great to hear, but this sort of information stuff that we've been able to build up top of a lot more in my community here as well. We talk about other sorts of information. We've got the private, and I don't know if you get me in trouble for saying this or not, but we have private institutional document stuff that I've been able to get access to from the likes of PwC, from KPMG, from Deloitte, and these other massive companies, from the WEF, and many more institutional documents, and they share their outlook on their interests right now, which come predominantly down to the likes of AI, but also blockchain and crypto. So while this is a speculative theory and one that I believe is also likely, the reason why I've not ever been worried about Casper and crypto in this cycle, despite all these corrective behavior right now, and I still don't choose to be worried right now either way. Again, things can still go down more so from here, but I'm not worried because I've seen these sort of information, which is helpful, but also even more institutional insight that we disclose here in this community here. We talk about it in our weekly live streams. I repost information in my community as well about it, and much more. So if you want to find out more about it, even just tune into the live streams to have a little watch, because we record them and put it on playback and put it in the community as well. You can join for a 7-day free trial, and if you think it's worth your while, then come and sign up. Again, link to join it in the description chat, also my homepage right here as well. This is very big news, and ultimately, again, strengthens my belief in the market and its trajectory. Also was also causing a rally in the price today as well, because we've seen a lot of confrontation between Ukraine and Trump, with Zelensky and obviously Trump, and apparently now Zelensky sent an apology letter to Trump for the Oval Office incident. And now you're seeing America and Ukraine getting along together, and they've started providing aid back to Ukraine, which is, ultimately good, because that means we're going to hopefully the flood of potential war is going to be averted a little bit again. And that's all I need to hope. It's just, again, it's a good development for the markets. And obviously, while people had a very, kind of relatively meh view about the whole crypto summit that happened at the White House on Friday, it ultimately just highlighted a very significant development in this space about, this shift between Biden to Trump and the bullishness of crypto and how they view crypto in this cycle. This short-term volatility is by design to cause uncertainty, so they can afford to lower this. But for me, it's going to rally back up because they still have a very bullish outlook on crypto. A lot of stuff still coming in this space. A lot still to come through. And again, information I've provided even more detail to in my community, my free community, but even more so in the executive community as well, that are learning even more so. And again, Casper is just in a very strong position in that regard as well. It's extremely undervalued right now. It's probably in the 80% if I was to check it on Power Law. Extremely undervalued right now. And it could come back up right now. It could be in for a rally. It may also just decide to come back down to actually this level down here. This could be potentially a fake out to get FOMO back in before it comes down a little bit more so. But for me, in my personal belief, not financial advice, of course, I do believe that in the upcoming, couple of weeks or so, we will see Casper start doing that. Not necessarily because of a listing. I think a listing is possible, but not because of that necessarily, because we're going to see some test nets for layer 2s, for some DeFi dexes coming onto Casper, for smart contracts coming to Casper, testnets coming out this month. That in and of itself will bring more wandering eyes to Casper. People actually trying to test that out on the testnet, developers who are interested, and maybe even other institutions as well. And I think, oh wow, okay, it's actually, working relatively as intended. And it looks like it could be a very, very good chain if it actually is as quick as it says it is. So it's very big all around. Now, I have been speaking for a long, long hour. I've not answered any questions, and I apologize for that. I'll try to get through some questions right now, but I imagine there's quite a lot right now, so I do apologize for that. But again, very, very bullish for Casper right now, up 20.24%. Market is now looking better, and I think Casper's in for a very, very big rally very soon. The whales are active, which is good to see. What's up, Nico? Hope you're doing very well, my man. 570 Casper, let's go. Keep filling that bag, brother. Looks very, very healthy indeed. What's up, Joseph, my man? Yeah, the Newton on the market they've been in was very, very funny. I can't believe I still do that. I've been doing streaming, every single day pretty much since August of 2024. I've missed like 3 days because of family reasons. Otherwise, I do it every single day and I still mute my mic at times. Terrible for me, honestly. Double my bag on the dips. Actually, show my man. Keep it up. And Casper is in tomorrow listing. I mean, who knows, Stefan? Who knows? Maybe. I would be surprised if we get listened tomorrow. I'm not saying it's not possible. If that's in regards to the whole distribution period of the wallets here, then maybe. But again, because that would be that was on the 9th of March here. So that means they've got 2 to 3 working days, which means they have by tomorrow. So potentially we see a listing tomorrow in that regard, but I'm not holding my breath just yet. If you do, fantastic, and that would be a good indicator for why the whales are moving so much right now. Great news for Casper today. Yeah, 100%. Fantastic news. Their swaps with Igor Labs will be great for Casper 20 smart contracts coming soon. 100%. The FOMO will come up for Casper thick and fast, to say the least. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of questions. Oh my. How much will 50k Casper be in a year? What are you thinking? A lot. A lot. I mean, again, I'm not going to be talking. And it's a nice workaround. I hear it. A nice workaround. I'm not talking about price anymore. I try to refrain from doing that anymore because I do think thinking solely about price is a toxic mindset. Of course, you want to hear about price as an investor, though. I think you'll be good. What I can say, I think 50k Casper is a very, very, very sizable and good bag to have, especially at this stage right now. Very, very good to have, and I think it will be worth more than you expect this year, and going into future cycles as well. Casper Fox has $2. I mean, again, $2 also, it's a possibility of mine. I think it's a possibility. Again, I'm not going to touch more on it as well. People who've watched me longer know my price predictions way back then, and if you're really curious, they have not changed. If those who are watching for a while know my price predictions, they have not changed at all. They're still the exact same. But I'm not going to touch on them again. I'll just like I said, if you said $2, I'm like, yeah, I think it's possible. If you say $10, I think it's not possible. I'll just give a kind of vague answer about it now. Can you look at your yesterday stream last chats? I can, but I don't think I can. I mean, I can, I guess. Is there any particular reason why? I can look at my last stream's chats. They are here when they show up. If you let me know exactly why, Andy, I'll see if I can find exactly what it is you want to make your answer. He was speechless, yeah. So speechless I forgot to even speak and unmute my mic. Wallet 18 and 19 are a real show, buying 10k every 30 minutes non-stop. I mean, yeah, these wallets are going crazy right now. It's actually insane. Absolutely insane. What's up, Mr. Miles? You're doing very, very well. What's up, Jay? Price pumped, no OnlyFans yet? Yes! Love to hear it. Casper's keeping you off the streets. Love to hear that. Yeah, no OnlyFans, please. Polygon Capital Origin Thunder for the start of Casper out of California. I mean, yeah, again, that's yeah. If we've gone Polychain Capital. Polychain Capital, yeah. Polychain Capital is a venture arm of Coinbase Exchange, and they are based out in America. And Polychain Capital funded DAG Labs to research Casper. So at the very root of it, despite Casper's founders being from Israel, the development of Casper was funded by Polychain Capital, by Coinbase Exchange in America, by DAG Labs. So in that regard, yes, it is American. If it's going to be anywhere, it will be American, Casper. But it's a fairness project. So at the same time, it got no centralized entity, like Bitcoin. Facebook at $1, again, who knows? Why do everyone want to see my face so much? I thought my voice was enough. Birth of Casper, potentially it's the birth, the rising from like a phoenix, rising from the ashes for Casper right now. Why is it going up? Wanted to buy at 5. I suspect there's a plethora of reasons why. Potentially it's the bottom for Casper. Potentially it's the whole Made in America thing, that building more FOMO, the big developments regarding stablecoins, and also smart contracts. The mainstream media accounts covering Casper repeatedly right now as well. It could be a whole list of reasons. Also, the market's green today right now following the tariff developments here, which is good to see as well. And equally, the apology from Zelensky to Trump as well. So I think all of those reasons combined is why the market's up, and also why Casper is running up so much more. I think Casper would rally up quite well today without the Made in America, but I think that has caused Casper to rally up higher because, people are now thinking, oh, we'll get zero tax for Casper. It's not confirmed. Because Casper, in that regard, technically speaking, is not Made in America. It is, but it's not. It's decentralized. So you have to wait and see how that comes out. The Made in America caught Brian Armstrong's attention. I mean, yeah, I saw that as well. I did see that as well. I don't know where I saw it, but I think I was scrolling through my homepage and I saw a post about it, and Brian Armstrong did acknowledge that. It was quite interesting to see. People are just talking about it a lot right now. Again, I'm not getting my head of myself now. I'm not going to get ahead of myself because, again, while Casper was built in America, and in that regard it kind of is, at the same time, it is everyone's talking about this as well. It's very, very interesting. But at the same time, yeah, it's just a matter of time. I don't want to say that Casper gets zero tax from it, because at the core part of it, Casper is a decentralized project. So it's not made in America. It's got no entity. But if you're going to highlight it and give it the benefit, then sure, why not? Give Casper zero tax. That'd be fantastic. What's up, Will Britannia? I'm doing very, very well. Oh, yeah, the wallet is mine. Oh, great to hear. Okay, well, thank you very much. So, yeah, that's not KuCoin's wallet. It's actually Will Britannia's wallet. That's great. Okay, cool. Well, please, if you have that capital, give it to an exchange to this Casper, please. Thank you very much. I said many times that all exchanges are cooperating with each other until the tier 1 pack their bags, and then you'll see that the manipulation is Casper will stop. If exchanges want, then Casper. I mean, I've been saying the same thing as well, Crypto Tech OD. I agree very much, yeah. The big exchanges, they all talk to each other. They manipulate the price of Casper together. That's how they work. That's how they all work. That's how they make money. And now the price of Casper is so far down, with so many... the fact that it's come so far down, with so many incredible major catalysts incoming, smart contracts, the fastest proof of work in history, and faster than majority, if not all, proof of stakes as well. So the fastest chain, the fastest layer 1, that's still proof of work decentralized, with smart contracts and stablecoins coming out, that is historic. That is the most innovative to come out, the most innovative thing to come out of this space since Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin being the grandfather, and Ethereum being the developer of smart contracts. It's the most innovative thing to come out. and it's coming out this year. So Casper comes down so far now. For me, it's no surprise that exchanges want to list Casper. Binance has been working with Casper integrated since December of 2023, before Christmas, 2 years ago. So, for me, it was inevitable that Casper will be getting these big listings. While we haven't got them yet, it's not confirmed yet. For me, it's going to happen in due time. Maybe this month. We'll have to wait and see. No, nothing's confirmed just yet. Potentially it'll be tomorrow, but again, nothing confirmed just yet. Don't be emotional. Be logical. Be rational. But yes, the fact that we're seeing now the massive whales move a lot of their accumulation is typically a sign as well that, because they've been doing it behind OTC behind closed doors for a long time. Now they're showing it. It's a sign normally that something's building up and getting close to maybe a listing, you know? How do you track the wallets? Okay, so the wallet, you should go on to, again, the links to the website are in my community, my free community here, under the useful websites tab. The one website is called kas.fyi. So kas.fyi. You load to this page right here, the dashboard. You just click onto the top addresses up here. And in doing so, you can scroll, from the addresses here all the way down. And you can see all the addresses here. And then either you can just click on them and just, scroll through the history. Or what I do is I will copy the address. Well, it depends what you want to do. I copy the address here. So for example here, this wallet here. I copy the address here. And I go to Casperlytics, which is Kaspallytics, which again, this link is in my community there, so you go find it quickly there. And then I just post it. I go down to the address, this part here, address balance history. And then I just paste that address in there. And you can see the transactions and purchases from that address there. And then if you want to just find out where they're buying it from, we go back to this website, Casper again. You click on the transaction here. And then you'll just do, show details. It shows you here that the transactions from this now number 2 wallet, potentially Binance's wallet, predominantly is coming from Gate. But they've been getting it from Gate, we're getting it from Bybit, also getting it from KuCoin. They get it from those 2 particularly. And of course, these ones you don't always know, but you see Gate pop up quite a lot. So typically it's Gate that's getting the majority of the transactions coming through. To the moon, hopefully very, very soon. Yeah, CMC report on Casper is made in USA. Yeah, that is very interesting. And again, even Casper highlights that here. It's very good to see, while, Casper's, the majority of Casper's hash power is in the USA as well, which is also why you could argue it's been clarified as that, but technically speaking, it is not still. It's important to know Casper is also stateless. So, it's good. It's good, but it's, and it's probably got the price of pumping so much today, and potentially also something big like Binance and OKX are coming very, very soon. But, yeah, don't be emotional, be logical. It'll happen in due time. Hopefully this month. If it happens this month, then, well, I think we could... If we get, and it's my speculative opinion, if we get Binance followed by OKX, back to back, as we seemingly might be doing so, as it is also run by Binance Exchange, CoinMarketCap here, if we get those 2 back to back, alongside Testnets for smart contracts and whatnot coming out, and 10bps, all that stuff, I think we make all-time highs. Like, if we get, let's say we get all these announcements coming out in the next 2 weeks, I think Casper makes all-time highs. I think Casper very comfortably shoots up from here, blows past here, and I think we can even probably see it reach 35 cents resistance here. And those who are unaware, this level of resistance here at 35 cents is because Shy, one of Casper's core developers or researchers, he announced and confirmed that he's going to be selling. He got he got a wage of Casper when he worked with DAG Labs when they were initially researching Casper way back then, and a lot of people have already sold it, from my knowledge. But he's going to be selling the remainder of his Casper, which I think about 1 million Casper or so, at 35 cents. Now, it's not a lot of Casper, 1 million. Well, it is, but in respect to how much Casper there is available right now, which is 25 billion Casper in supply. That's not a lot. 1 million is a drop in the water, but because it's Shy, that in itself can be deemed as quite bearish. So I believe that there will be potentially a level of support and or resistance here at 35 cents. Now, will it play up the hump? Again, we'll have to wait and see. But I think if we do, and this is a speculative, if we do get Binance followed by OKX being the immediate price pumpers, the exchange listing will be immediate price pumpers, and then you see people start to prying eyes to look at Casper for what they're actually building and see that it's not got smart contracts or stablecoins yet, and it's going to get them very, very soon, that could cause a rally. A rally sort of similar to like what we saw of AVAX and Solana, where it rallied up for quite some time and very quickly as well in the last cycle. Casper's origin, technically speaking, was in California, was in America, yes, but at the same time it's stateless. So there's an argument to be made for it and why it should be made in America, but also to be made against it. Now, if Casper benefits from zero capital gain tax, fantastic. I'm not going to complain about that at all. But just remember, while the argument for it and against it are both valid, don't cause arguments about it. There's no need to, which is what Casper Silver says here effectively. It looks bullish by nature, but it's important to realise that Casper is stateless. It has no tie to any one country. Casper is for all. So, it's important to note the rules applied here to determine what's made in America are made by only CoinMarketCap. It's still just while it's bullish, it looks bullish. Casper by nature is stateless. There's no need to argue over this. While Casper's original origin way back then for Polychain Capital is made in America, so it is correct in that regard. It's stateless. It's decentralized. So it's not necessarily a topic that needs to be debated about so much. We understand the reasons for and reasons against it. Ultimately, just take it as a very good thing to see, nonetheless, and potentially more so a catalyst, as CoinMarketCap is run by Binance Exchange, that they're trying to build more fun for the project just before a listing. That's kind of my narrative for it right now. I'll be surprised. Truth be told, I'll be surprised if Casper does get the benefit of zero tax. I would not be against it, of course, but I'd be surprised. The hash rate will drop once nearly all Casper is mined. No, that's not true. The hash rate will drop once nearly all Casper is mined. That's usually drop, right? No, it's not exactly true. So I understand why you think that, but no. The Casper, when all Casper is mined out, which will be around 2037, 2039 or something like that. So the next 10 to 15 years, all Casper will be mined out. So you're right about that. However, the miners can swap from mining Casper to mining transactions on the Casper exchange or the DEX, DeFi. So think about it now. The miners have already made money from mining KRC20 meme tokens. This stuff here, when it was launched. The relaunch of it happened in July-ish. When did it happen? Let me check. I can tell from you can tell how long I've been doing this. I can tell from the chart. It happened here. September 14th, was when we saw the relaunch of KRC20. I'm fairly sure. So September 14th, we saw the relaunch of KRC20, and on that day we saw transactions for Casper go into 23 million transactions, I think, and the miners made so much money from mining the transactions. So when Casper's fully mined out at the coin itself, the hash rate won't necessarily drop, because by that point in 10-15 years time, realistically speaking or theoretically speaking, Casper's adoption would have grown so much by now, and we see trillions flooding into the space continuously, and probably through Casper as well, that the miners will swap from mining Casper to mining the transactions on the Casper DEX. So the hash rate with that regard won't drop. If anything, it will just continue to rise more and more. Will it be faster than Sui as well? To my knowledge, yes, it will be. How fast is Sui TPS? Looks like Sui apparently can theoretically achieve 297,000, which is what is the highest recorded. Because I don't believe that at all. 200, almost 300,000 TPS is ridiculous. According to... Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to give me a clear answer, which is frustrating. I have to find that out for myself. Although in saying that, Solana seem to believe they can do 1,000 TPS, which even then, 1,000 TPS, Casper with 10 TPS will be able to achieve 3,000. So Casper will be 3 times faster than Solana in that regard, and Solana already struggles as it is. Now, Sui, I'm not entirely sure, but I am fairly sure that Casper will be faster than Sui. Oh, well, I'll have to double check that though. So I'll see if I can try and find information about that and relay it back into the community for you beebs. Hash rate will not go down. Yeah, again, that's what I was saying as well. Yeah, $1 Casper Halloween. I mean, who knows? Potentially. Binance tomorrow. Again, that's based on this post here potentially, but we'll have to wait and see. Nothing's confirmed just yet. Yeah, you mine the blocks, not the coins. Yeah, that's precisely what it is. You mine the blocks, not the coins. Right now, you get rewards in the form of Casper for mining blocks. So that's what, when you look at this right now, you get, right now, I think it's 62 Casper per block mined. Yes, you get that, 62 Casper per block mined right now. But you mine the block, and the blocks can have transactions inside of them that give effectively more money from it, if you will. If you are testing Testnet 10 right now, there's an update today. A new client will be released by weekend. That is very big news here as well. If you are building from source, you can get updated right now. I mean, again, the stuff coming for Casper is insane. Continuous developments right now is looking very, very good. If all blocks mined after the miners receive rewards from transaction fees, and as long as enough people are using Casper network, it'll be worth it. Yeah, that's precisely what I was saying as well. Yeah. There's no one to point to with Bitcoin being made in the US. Could be, we never know. I mean, again, that's also true. But for me, again, it's as Casper Silver highlights here, which I do agree with, it's bullish, but it's also, you know, not exactly true. So I won't say it's noise, because it's very deafening and loud and good noise, but from Cormac out, but it's no, I wouldn't like clasp onto it too strongly. Just take it as, you know, more recognition for Casper. That's what I've taken it as right now. Not confirmation we're going to get zero tax, but recognition for Casper nonetheless. And I'm thankful that we got Casper where we did very, very early. Just looking for the comments right now. Do Canadian created crypto get tax free status too? Good question. Who actually knows? I mean, yeah, because it looks like I missed a lot of questions. Everyone's talking about the technicalities of it actually being American, which again, I agree, but again, it's stateless as well. So there's arguments for and against, you know? In terms of layer 1 coins and proof of work coins, nothing is even close to Casper in terms of technology and its block DAG. Completely true. Nothing even close. Only think of coming close is Hedera HBAR, which is using DAG too, but it's proof of stake, so less scalability, and security is also heavily centralized heavily. Yeah, I mean, in that regard, I tend to agree. Although saying that, I'm not in it right now, but I do plan to hold a little bit of Hedera very soon. I'll make a video probably on it sometime this week about Hedera. Because it's got a very strong connection to tokenization with institutions, and I think that Hedera is potentially a good ploy. I'm not saying invest into it, not financial advice, of course. Hedera is one that I plan to hedge my bets into. I made a video not long ago as well, also on XEM, which has seen a massive drop off since all-time high. Made a good rally today, which is interesting. And I made a video on the whole TLDR, the whole, you know, understanding what XEN is as well. If you want to find out more about what XEN is, I made a video on that. Links to that is right here 6 days ago. Which, again, it's one of those that I'm not in right now, but I might hedge my bets into, because I think, while I don't trust centralization, of course, that's why I'm in Casper, they will make money because they have centralized and they have partnerships and whatnot, so it might be worth hedging my bets, taking a small gamble on it, because it's a gamble at the end of the day, and going from there. But Casper, of course, still my biggest bag by a landslide. Who's wallet number 2? Wallet number 2 now is unknown, speculated to be Binance. Beforehand, it was KuCoin. But yeah, I believe, hey QC, say hi to my mum. What's up, my man? And, you know, my lady. Hopefully you are all having a great, fantastic day looking at the markets in Casper. And yeah, I'm a hit with the mums. Don't know why I said that. Welcome. Great to have you here. And yeah, Stephen King says, for that atrocious bit of commentary there, if you enjoy my daily content, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. I'll be here every single day, much as I can be talking about crypto and Casper as well. And yeah, also to free Mr. Mars as well. He's been trapped in my basement apparently for a very, very long time. Well, we've passed 60 likes now, so there you go. You'll be fine. The fact that Ethereum didn't make an all-time high is also telling to deflation with unlimited token supply. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see Ethereum rally up all-time high for the cycle, no doubt about it, with institutional adoption, but it is quite interesting to see Bitcoin surpass all-time highs comfortably and Ethereum didn't. While, again, more adoption was in Bitcoin through to the ETF than Ethereum was, it's still, you know, ridiculous. Ethereum should have made all-time highs. It was $800 off. It's quite a lot. What's up, QC? missed the start but watching on replay, great to hear, my man. Well, you hopefully skipped through the beginning part when I was quiet and muted again. I do it a lot. And Buffalo Theory again, welcome, my man, who's doing very, very well. It's starting to look to me like Vitalik and Jonathan were at the ends of where it ends, and Vitalik wanted to rush this out and Jonathan didn't. He wanted to make Ethereum with no ghost tag, and Vitalik just wanted to make the money. I mean, again, not a bad theory, but we can't say for sure, of course. End of the day, we do believe and seemingly know that Ethereum has a shortcomings and Casper is going to completely obliterate them, also because of their virtual machine that will make them obsolete, because all Ethereum apps can just run on Casper. So all the Ethereum apps that are using Ethereum right now might just say, oh, screw it, use Casper now, because it's cheaper and it's quicker. There's never been so much good news about crypto. You know what I mean? We are in a dynamic where the better the news, the more the market corrects. This is a truly out of the ordinary market. Yeah, it's very, very unique. Definitely right there, Rosario. I'm optimistic still, and I still have my conviction still strong as ever. Again, my conviction is built off the research I do here every single day, talking to you all here as well, and also the stuff we can cover in a lot more detail here as well. The institutional research documents, the private, exclusive documents that they talk about to their clients, their outlooks on the market, on crypto, on AI, and much more, alongside the trade. We do trades in there as well. We've got some trade alerts in there as well. We're doing very, very well, and a hell of a lot more. So if you want to know more about it, then by all means, check out the link in the description chat, also my homepage as well, right here. Comes with a free 7-day free trial, and if you like what you see, come sign up. Who doesn't like free stuff anyways, right? Get a little bit of an inkling into what we're covering there in a lot more detail. Can we have another drop to 5 cents? I get paid on Friday. I mean, that would be a dream, wouldn't it? Who knows? Who knows? How many more questions? Okay, oh wow, I've got through most of the questions. That is crazy. I didn't think I would do that. But yeah, again, 50k Casper by 2032. That would be, you'll be surprised by the price. I mean, let's do a little bit of maths here, right? Because while the price of 50k Casper, when you think of Bitcoin being at 100, about 83k and peaked at 108k and going high, you think 50k Casper in the next 7 years doesn't sound too much, right? If Casper meant to be Bitcoin, it doesn't sound too much, but the difference is that's not exactly the case, right? I'm not saying it's not possible, but it sounds very extortionate, because what really matters is the market cap. The price is great, but what makes the price is the market cap. The market cap is the supply times by the price. So you're saying 50k Casper times by the market cap. So by 2032, you'll see majority of mine. So I'm going to probably put about 28 billion. So 1,000, million, billion. So you're saying that by 2032, Casper will be a 1.4 quadrillion. That's not trillion, that's quadrillion. Million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. So a 1.4 quadrillion dollar asset in 7 years. Yeah, that I mean, I think, I don't even know, I'm not sure how much money that is in the world right now. I know we did see a video from, I forgot the name of the man now, the guy who told the whole, like, massive rant about, Bitcoin being the reserve asset's fine because it's, it's proof of work, keep in mind, but XRP and them not being, it's ridiculous. Those who know what I'm talking about, I'm sure you do, but yeah, he mentioned that that in due time, everything that people own of stuff, there's over $900 trillion worth. So this in itself right now, from numbers that we don't truly know, being drawn out from the air, this is more money than exists in the world right now. So I agree that Casper will be definitely extortionately higher than in price than we would probably expect in years to come, thanks to what's coming out in its technology and whatnot. I would say 50k is a bit too much, because that is 1.4 quadrillion, bit much. But I mean, I think we'll see Casper go much higher from here, most definitely. The reason why, again, like, people say 50k, and does not mean coming at you always are, just give some form of perspective. Because Bitcoin is currently at 100k, or reached 100k, so Casper reaching 50k doesn't sound too ridiculous. But Bitcoin supply is 21 million, Casper's is 28 billion. So it's a lot more Casper out there. So in that regard, then, Casper, technically speaking, can never reach the value of Bitcoin until the actual price. In terms of market cap, who knows? Maybe it'll surpass it. If it gets more use case, Casper's market cap will surpass Bitcoin's, but its price won't ever surpass Bitcoin's. or very unlikely as Bitcoin collapses in value and Casper takes over. But I don't think Casper could ever reach as high as 50k, if I'm perfectly honest. But who knows? Who knows? I would love to see it. That would be it means all of us here would be billionaires, most definitely, I'm sure. If someone's willing to mod me, I can show all the links to things like Casper Analytics page. Oh, gosh, Jesus. Okay, I hear you. I'll sort it out sometime this week. I'm not going to promise, because, with respect, I am busy. And also, the reason why I was late yesterday due to family situations, my family stuff is still flaring up a little bit right now. So, but I'll if you send me a reminder, a nice reminder, please, not the not the patronizing one that you'd love to send me to take the piss. I'll try and remember to do it over the weekend, I'm sure. But with that all being said, I see a lot more bullish things coming up. Binance marketing Casper, made in the USA. Yeah, that's what I'm saying as well. That's Binance marketing it. So who knows? Potentially we say listing very, very soon. 30% of Hedera is held by Hedera. Short term, make money. Long term, to risky. Yeah, that's basically what it is for me. Like the other assets that I'm looking at, XRP for me is short term as well. I hold XRP for short term, but I'm not going to hold it long term because again, I think it's a bit risky. Hedera will be the similar thing for me when I get into it. Right now, Hedera is down quite a lot. Well, all assets are down quite a lot, but I think Hedera could potentially come a little bit lower. Who knows? This could be a good level for it at the same time. If you do see a reversal right now, we'll have to wait and see. I think I'm going to also be looking heavily into these gaming tokens as well right now. I think gaming is going to be a massive market this cycle either way, but that's going to be a later cycle thing as well. So I'll probably talk about it a little bit later as well. I'm very happy about that. Of course, I like it. If you are going to gamble on something, buy ICE Network rather than XCN. I'll have a look into it. Have a look into ICE. ICE. I'm guessing it's ICE Open Network here. I'll add it to the watch list and I'll look into it a little bit more, so just in case. There may be potential. I mean, that is. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that looks crazy. But I guess XCN looks something similar in that regard as well. I'll have a look into it. But again, I'm not convinced on that right now. I just spoke about XCN because it's kind of where a lot of hype is at right now. And I see their partnerships. I know that they have connections to Jed McCaleb, who worked on XRP and XLM. And, you know, I think they have a lot of institutional... I know they got partnership with the likes of Citibank and also the likes of Visa. So their big partnerships could help them make some short-term games in XCN. What happens when Casper consumes 50% of Ethereum's market cap and 50% of Solana's market cap? Fair predictions? I don't. It's tough to say because I think Ethereum will start to slowly fall off as the years go on. Solana's where it's at because it's the meme coin market. Solana's big not because of anything else, because it's meme coin market. So Casper has got his own memes, of course, KRC20. So if Casper, you've got other chains as well, like Sui's got a meme market, Bitcoin's got a meme market. You got which are Bitcoin. I forgot what they're called now. You got Ethereum. You got loads of meme markets. Solana's the biggest meme market though. So if Casper's chains prove to be superior by a landslide, and their memes also pick up more volume, and more developers start launching their rubbish coins, shit coins on Casper as well, that'll make Solana obsolete as well. But for physical like transactions and quality of life and business and whatnot, Solana won't be used, not in my belief at least. But in terms of just the degen side of things, unless Casper can tap into that market as well, which it could do. I'm not sure if I want it to, but at the same time, it'd be more demand to Casper, which would also be good. So. And also with the regulators coming through, that might also help remove the level of rug pulling. So maybe, who knows. I think Ethereum's days are definitely numbered. I think it's still got probably a cycle 2 in it. But I think by 2030, Ethereum might become very obsolete. And Solana, you'd see another chain, another ledger, another layer 1 take the meme market off it. Plan K... What Plan K regards to what? Okay, so I'm not sure you said plan K. Okay, so yeah, okay, I see. So you're not talking about 50k price of Casper. So not that. You're saying you've got 50k Casper. Okay, but that's a very, very big bag. 2032 price prediction then. That's what you meant. Okay, well, as I mentioned, I don't want to talk about price too heavily anymore, respectfully, just because I think it's a bit of a... but I think price can be a very, very, again, damaging mindset. I think Casper 2032 would be what? It'd be almost 2 cycles from now, because the next cycle will start 2029 or 2028, 2029, then 2032, 2033 would be the next cycle after that. So in that regard to that cycle, then I think I won't give a price action, because again, I think price can be a very I think talk about price can just be a very damaging thing. I think it'd be very, very I think it's very high in value, and I think it will be a top 3. I think Casper could be a top 3 in 7 years. With more adoption coming through, with more developments coming through, with it being a more complete project, more building on top of it, it could be a top 3 project quite comfortably, I think, in the next... Top 5, worst case. Top 3 in the next 7 years, I believe. And, you know, by that regard, Bitcoin will probably be... I think Bitcoin could probably end up being... Ooh, what could I think Bitcoin could reach? Well, I think Bitcoin could reach a... I want to say $10 trillion asset by then. Like a good prediction, I think 10 trillion for Bitcoin. Because that's 7 years from now. We're going to keep accumulating more and more ongoing time. It's already reached 2 trillion this cycle. So I think 7 years, actually the very conservative prediction, 10 trillion. And in that regard, then, Casper, comparatively... So, okay, so I think... I'm going to think about this, right? Bitcoin could reach 10 trillion by 2032. And I think Casper can attain to about 2% of the market cap. Maybe 1%, 1% of the market cap of then. So, you know, if you're looking at 10 trillion, I could do the math easy in my head, but I'm lazy. 1,000, million, billion, trillion, times by 2%. I think Casper could be a $200 billion asset quite comfortably in the next 7 years. And then you can use that to determine the price compared to the supply of Casper at that point, which would be about... that's about... I know it's divided by 20... Not 28. 27 billion. No, I think it's 28 billion. Screw it. Yeah, potentially then. I mean, I think that's even quite acceptable either way. All I hear are excuses. Yeah, you know what I mean. Mr. Mark's got to step up. But I've got to give him perm, to be fair, and then he actually do his job more. Plan K made the video you were talking about. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Okay, yeah. Well, then in that case, yeah, cool. Plan K made the video talk about, yeah. I mean, Plan K is definitely Plan K is very, very knowledgeable as well when he talks about Casper as well. So I do trust his logical thought process and opinion as well. With that being said, though, will Casper Tether coin invalidate gigawatt in short term? No, gigawatts. No, it won't be. I think gigawatt is meant for the institutional clients and the energy sector. The stablecoin will be more for the crypto transaction on the market. So the gigawatt and the Tether factor will be, you know, like 2 stablecoins that are like working in unison with Casper, not competing in different. They're slightly different markets, because gigawatts for the energy market. Yeah, and if Art0 says here, leave a like for Jay. He never stopped streaming. You know it. 74 likes. Mr. Mars gonna be very, very happy today. Almost at 75, almost 100 even. That's insane. Yeah, we're doing these streams every single day, of course. If you enjoy, leave a like. Share with your friends to share the thread about Casper and crypto, and subscribe for more. Real quick. Yeah, what's up, my man? I'll answer this question and then I'll dip off. Another almost 2-hour stream. You guys know how to keep me about, you know. Although I love it. I love you all for it. So I thank you again every single day. You're all turning up every single day learning about crypto and Casper, asking questions. It is a treat, honestly. It makes me feel good about myself as well. So I appreciate you all very, very much tuning in every single day. You guys are the real legends here. Yeah, once we get a question from Kryptoni here, then we will wrap up today's stream. But yeah, Casper right now is looking strong right now, I'd say. Whales are moving very, 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 very volatile movement from the whales. OKX to be doing some form of interesting leaks, if you will, potentially. Binance again on the rumors of rallying more and more. We know that the distribution should be happening tomorrow, so potentially we'll see the listing again. Not financial advice, not confirmation, just speculation. We see all this big stuff, stablecoin updates and whatnot, smart contract updates and whatnot. Everything looking very, very good as well. If it takes a little bit too long though, crypto, respectfully, because I haven't eaten dinner right now, it's almost 10 p.m. I might just ask if it's possible you could ask me on Discord, my man, and I'll answer questions there, or in the community as well, I'll answer questions there as well. But with that being said, I'll give it another minute or so and then I will be wrapping up. So if you enjoyed today's stream, as always, leave a like. 77 likes. No, it's right away. It takes 2 seconds. Okay. Okay. As in like, leave a like, because it takes 2 seconds. It's really quickly. Okay, so I think leave a like real quick. Okay, I think that's what you meant. I think. Okay, well, again, that's the lack of food, not lack of brain food talking right now. But yeah, as always, if you enjoyed, again, leave a like, share, subscribe for more. If you want to know more about market sentiments, this sort of information here, while I'm showcasing stream right now, this information, a lot of it also was found preemptively beforehand in my community here. We have people like Cody and people like Nee and many, many more. All of us here are constantly trying to find more and more information about the crypto market, about Casper as well. So you want to find more, come join the free community here. Links in the description, also my homepage. Again, you can follow me on Twitter as well, where we talk about, I'll be replaying a lot of stuff as well. And if you want to be even more involved in the crypto space as well, maximize the benefit from crypto, more individual insight, more trade alerts, and a lot more to hopefully maximize the benefits and market conditions and whatnot. I've got a community you can join for free, 7-day free trial. So you can just give it a little test on for yourself if you like what you see. Because I'm up. Links to join are also on my homepage here as well, in the chat as well, in the description. So have a great day, good evening, and good night. Mr. Mars comes back straight away just to ask questions, just to keep me here for longer. He just knows exactly. Like, you've been quiet all stream, and now you're like, oh yeah, tell me how much. No, I'm going to have some food. Have a great day, all of you, and I'll see you all tomorrow now. So take care, and don't be emotional, be logical.